General MacArthur drops an atomic bomb.
Hello everyone, welcome back. This is 1951. Allies turned 14. This is the longest this game has ever gone in all the play testing we've ever done with this. But it looks like the war is slowly coming to an end. So, let's begin. Alright, so for the United States, buying 2 more tech, trying to get those B-52s. They're getting an air base, 3 paratroopers, reconstituting the 82nd Airborne Division, 3 mechanized infantry, a jet, and 3 infantry. NATO is buying 4 infantry, 6 airborne units, 6 mechanized infantry. They're paying off the naval base in northern Germany finally, and buying a jet. SATO, pretty easy, 3 tanks and 3 mechanized infantry. So we'll take a quick moment, get the attack set up, and we'll get going. Alright, so before we go into the attacks, I just realized that the United States did not do their tech roll. B-52s, come on, Boeing. Boeing still just cannot get the B-52 program off the ground. Okay, alright, so we'll go over the attacks. So nothing going on in the north here just yet for the push on Moscow. However, the Army of the Rhine is going to make their attempt at taking Stalingrad. Got a mighty host here with the Army of the Rhine. The Shape Army out of the Ukraine, which is these 5 U.S. infantry, are going to attempt to nab Rostov. Next, the transports from the 6th Fleet have come down to pick up the armored units in Egypt and Israel and are bringing them up for a amphibious assault into Turkey along with this NATO tank from Greece. And then SATO is going into northern Iran and central and Iran and northern Iran. There are 2 tanks from Saudi Arabia are blitzing as well to help that endeavor. Down here, NATO is going to finish off the completion of resecuring all of Africa for themselves. And then up here, the U.S. 8th Army minus their airborne assets are moving in to nab North Korea. So we'll quickly just do that first. So they come in. North Korea is worth 1. That'll be that will be in an American territory. Let me get a couple American rondels real quick. So the Korean Peninsula has now been liberated. Then we go over here. We'll do northern and central Iran. And that is a total of 3 IPC altogether. Oops. Okay, then down here, NATO finishes its liberating all of Africa. Okay, so now we'll get into the battles. So we'll start up here in Turkey. So we'll get the battle board all set up. So we got, not 100% sure. I feel like I might be rushing into this attack a little bit. So we'll have to see how this all turns out. And then we have the whole Allied force going in. And there. All right, and there is a U.S. cruiser, so they do get one shore bombardment. Whoops. Reroll that. They got a hit. So they got one Russian infantry. All right. Now we'll go into the fight. Let's see here. We've got 3, 4. We got 5. Got 5 for 3. That's 2. And then we got the 4 heavy tanks for 4. So another 3. And then we got the 2 jets. Whoops. That's 1. And then the 2 strategic bombers. That's 1 more hit. All right, so the Russians will hit back with, let's see here, 6 for 2. Well, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 for 2. So we'll roll in 4s. It's 1. And no hits. And then 4 for 3. 2. Let's see here now. Let's evaluate our tactical situation here real quick. All right, so let's see here. I mean, as the Russians, I probably, if I stay and fight, I could damage those forces. But if I retreat, it might help me. It might help delay the Allies coming north, although, I mean, Rostov will probably fall, and Stalingrad will definitely either fall or be severely damaged this turn. And we're gonna we'll fall back. We'll try and save the army as much as we can. So we'll roll for the retreat. The mobile artillery is saved. And then we got the 4 tanks, which 1 is lost. Whoops. Which 1 is lost. All right, so that is the battle for Turkey. They have retreated. So, sorry about that. That's our new dog. Turkey is no longer in the hands of the Russians, so that's -2. And 2 for the United States, since this is mainly a U.S. force coming in to take it. So the U.S. Third Army has resecured Turkey. Get these Allied pieces. Whoops. Quickly get the Allied pieces back on the board, and then get some of the units back to their positions, just so that way we know where they came from. These 2 will just immediately go back to Egypt. That'll be fine. Okay, so then we got the Battle of Rostov, which we have 5 U.S. infantry and 1 Soviet infantry. So let's see what we get. All right, come on. We just need 1-1. Nope. Russia. They miss. So we'll go again. Nope. Nope. All right, this is the last chance. 3 rounds of combat. Let's see if the U.S. can do it. Oh, and they got it by the skin of their teeth. All right, and then Russia scores a hit as well. So, a 1-for-1 trade up in Rostov. However, it does not stop the U.S. Army from rolling into Rostov, and that's for 1 IPC. So we'll put Russia's really losing ground now. All right, time for the big show. We've got the Battle of Stalingrad. So this one's going to be interesting. I do have an anti-aircraft gun. And then, give me a second. Start with, okay, so let's see here. That's 6. So that's 9 altogether. So that could cover 18 infantry, which will be more than enough to cover what they're bringing in for mechanized infantry. And they got a decent-sized tank force with the aid of 1 U.S. Armor Division. And then 2 strategic bombers. All right, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna try and see if I can't see if I can get a couple more chips in here. Okay, and then I think that's the best I'm going to be able to do right now. I don't know where else I ran out of chips. All right, well, just kind of have to go with that and do our best. All right, so they have an anti-aircraft gun that will attack. So the two NATO bombers make it. The 2 American bombers. Ooh, the 2 American strategic bombers are gone. Ouch. That's not good. Really reduces the Allied air capacity for this fight now. All right, so let's get going. We got 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. All right, so we have 10 for the mechanized infantry. So that's for 2 or less. 2, 4, 6. So that's 2. And 2. And then give me 4 more. It's another 1. And then we have, like I said, 9. We have 9 artillery for 2. 1, 2 more hits. 3 more dice. Nothing. All right, tanks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then the 2. Wait, no. Then I got 3 more for the other 9. 2 more. Okay. All right, and then we got the 2 bombers. Both hits. All right, I'll just mark that on my fingers real quick. All right, so the Russians will shoot back with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 14, 15. Right? 15. Yeah. Okay, so 15. 15 for 2. No, it was more than that. I had 3 red chips on there. So I had 15. Oh, I had 18 infantry. Yeah, there's 18 infantry on there. So 18. So we got 5. 2. 2 for 5. Another 2 for 10. 2 for 10. 1 for 15. 1 for 18. 1 for 18. Okay, and then they have a tactical for 3, which missed. Okay, so let's clear it up real quick. And then NATO had sorry about this, guys. It's taking me a minute to get this all reorganized. Okay, so looking at the ground forces, I'm definitely going to try and retreat as the Russians, at least try and get my forces. If we can get them all centered in Moscow, it'll probably be better. All right, so Russia has 5 infantry retreating. They all make it. The anti-aircraft gun makes it, and the tactical makes it. So the whole, so the whole force in Stalingrad will retreat to Tambov. There we go. Yep, we'll retreat to Tambov. And then the NATO armies crush that. That'll become a minor. And take, and take Stalingrad for 3 IPC. All right, so that is it for attacks. Let's see here, what can we, all right, so then we can go into the non-combat. So we'll start over here. Nothing much over here in Europe, so we'll start here now. So now what we're going to do this just right. Okay, so these guys are going to go to Poland with that aircraft. However, 2 aircraft are going to come back from Poland to land here in Romania. Hold on. Double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Then 2 aircraft are coming back to Romania. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Other than those 3 tanks from Murmansk are going to come here. We'll chip that out. The unit on top usually is worth something when I play, so there are now 6 tanks in Murmansk. And then down here, I'm going to bring, how do I want to do this? The transport's going to come to Israel. All right, no. Transport will stay in Cairo. The Sado artillery will come to Iraq. Other than that, I think that's it for over in Europe at this moment. Oh, no. So the U.S. 7th Army, I keep forgetting to move them out of Slovakia. I'm going to put them in eastern Poland and keep trying to march them. I keep forgetting about them. So I got to get them marching that way. Then in so that should be it for Europe. So we'll come over here to the Pacific. Not much movement here in the Pacific. These American units are going to go 1, 2, 3. Get them there. Oh, we'll get them off of Japan. This tank will come back down to Emmer to protect him. The aircraft carrier of the 7th Fleet is actually going to come back to C-Zone 5 for right now, just to give Emmer some air support in case those Chinese tanks in Manchuria decide they want to take a crack at trying to liberate Emmer. And then down in the south here, the transports, I'm going to pick up the 3 infantry and bring them up to the Philippines. Whoops. Yep. Bring them up to the Philippines. So now there are 6 infantry units in the Philippines ready to go. And then, yeah, I think that's it for all the Allied, that should be it for all the Allied non-combats right now. So I guess we'll go right into deployments. The 3 Sado tanks into the Philippines. The 3 mechanized into Saudi Arabia. So that's the Sado deployments. We've got all right, then for the Americans, what was I gonna do again? Yeah, okay, so for the Americans, they got 3 more infantry dropping in Emmer. Whoops. And then they're also going to drop a jet in Japan. Whoops. Yep, drop a jet in Japan. And then over here in the Middle East, the U.S. is going to deploy their 3 mechanized infantry into Egypt. And then their 3 airborne and airfield are going to position themselves here. Oh, and then I forgot, the 2 U.S. air transports in Poland are going to come here into Yugoslavia as well. Next, I think that's all the American deployments. All right, so the NATO deployments. They're putting 4 infantry in the UK. They're going to put 3 airborne in Poland. And another 3 airborne in Romania. As I said before, they have repaired the damage to the naval base up in northern Germany, which means now I don't have to put the marker on there anymore. And then they're putting 3 more mechanized infantry. They're putting 3 mechanized infantry into Leningrad and putting 3 mechanized infantry up in Murmansk. And finally, their jet fighter is going to deploy on the Ukraine. All right, so I'll take a moment. I'll get things kind of, I'm going to take a moment quick, guys. I'm going to get everything kind of reorganized, and we'll do a final overview of the map for turn 14. All right, everyone, so this is sort of the, all right, so this is the cleaned up map at the end of turn 14. The Allies are ever more so encroaching on Moscow, and the Russians are scrambling to fix their defenses around the city. China's more than likely going to start losing ground as Sato and the Allies get their strength moving to start encroaching in on their territories, especially over here in North Korea and in Amber in a sense. So at the end of the turn, whoops, we have Sato with 32 plus war bonds, 3, so they'll get 35. The United States is at 73 and NATO at 87. Well, the game is almost closed out, I think, so we'll keep plugging on, and we'll see you next time, guys. Take care.